Professor stripped of position after questioning affirmative action in admissions. This week, I testified in the Senate about the erosion of free speech and academic freedom in our universities, where professors are being punished or even fined for expressing viewpoints that challenge the new orthodoxy on our campuses, particularly with regard to racial and political issues. Don't feel sorry for any of these professors, because guess what? They're the ones that created this shit. College is ground zero for the communist infiltration and destruction of America. That is what they fucking focused on. They infiltrated the indoctrination system, and then they just shat out these worthless communist political agitator activists who can't hold down any real job because they have zero fucking skills. It was college that created this shit. And you could say, oh, but not all college professors did it. Some of them are pretty okay. Yeah, maybe. But guess what? They're the ones that silently sat by and did nothing as their peers created this environment. So fuck them. College professors get everything they deserve right now. The latest example can be found this week at the University of Pittsburgh, which has removed Associate Professor of Medicine Norman Wang. That's a very super white, alt-right, white supremacist name right there, Wang. He is clearly just trying to flaunt his patriarchal privilege from his position as a program director of electrophysiology fellowship. The removal was in direct response to Wang publishing an article in a peer-reviewed journal that questioned the use of affirmative action in medical school admissions. The action raises serious concerns over both free speech and academic freedom. Well, you guys should have worried about this before. This is one of the biggest fucking complaints I have about people in general. They could have nipped this problem in the bud decades ago. People like me have been warning for fucking decades already. Like, dudes, these people are a fucking problem. We're going to have to do something about it. But no, I was the paranoid, crazy conspiracy theorist. Or I'm just as bad as them. I'm the villain. Oh, quit being so McCarthyist. And now look at where we are because these dickless motherfuckers refused to act when they had the chance. Now that it's too late to fix the problem without a lot of major fucking sacrifices, now suddenly they see, oh yeah, maybe this is you think? You think it might be a problem? Man, if only someone would have warned you about this decades ago. Ah, damn, too bad nobody did, huh? Seriously, man, fuck these people. They did this to themselves. The only thing more unsettling than the actions of the university was the relative silence of his colleagues throughout the University of Pittsburgh as he was punished for expressing his academic views. Yeah, and then every single last one of his colleagues who just silently sat by and watched this happen, then their turn is going to come next, and they're going to be shrieking, like, why? Where are all of you guys? I need help. Well, you reap what you sow, bitch. In the white paper, oh my God, white paper, racist. In the Journal of the American Heart Association, Wang wrote, racial and ethnic preferences at both the undergraduate and professional school levels for blacks and Hispanics result in relatively weak academic starting positions in classes. This has been postulated to lead to poor performance through compounding academic mismatch, stress-related interference, and disengagement. Yeah, and that's true. If you take someone who is not... Who let's face it, they don't have what it takes to be at this level yet. If you force them to play at a level that they're not ready for, all it's going to do is stress them the fuck out. Many do not complete their intended programs or do not attain academic success to be attractive candidates for subsequent educational programs or employment. We will have succeeded when we no longer think we require black doctors for black patients, Chicano doctors for Chicano patients, or gay doctors for gay patients, but rather good doctors for all patients. This dude is such a white supremacist. I mean, even his name, Wang, I mean, clearly he's just flaunting his patriarchy, like I said before. That's got to be it. That has got to be it. Yeah, I think the funniest side effect of the current communist uprising going on in America right now was the fact that McCarthy has been vindicated. People have been using his name in insults and as an example of what not to do for decades. And now he was proven right. Oh, look, I guess the communists really were infiltrating pretty much every system in America with the intent of usurping it. Maybe they really were planting their lunatics everywhere to try to destroy the American government. Huh. No one's going to admit it, though, because they're going to have to admit that not only have they been wrong for the past few decades, but they were, they were like in your face about being wrong. Evolution to strategies that are neutral to race and ethnicity is essential. Nah, I'm sure if they implemented a 100% blind hiring strategy, every single time they've done that, they've had to revert it because, oh, wow, if we take away things like diversity quotas, man, that just results in like more white people getting hired. Oh, my God. Maybe the system must be racist. That's what it is. Ultimately, all who aspire to a profession in medicine and cardiology must be assessed as individuals on the basis of their personal merits, not their racial and ethnic identities. So really, all this guy did was agree with Martin Luther King Jr. He wanted to judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. So he's a white supremacist and he must be fired. He absolutely has to be. According to MedPage Today, the journal announced it was reevaluating the paper, and editor Barry London, MD, PhD, and Esquire, and I'm sure all sorts of other acronyms, attached an apology to the paper saying Jaha will support all efforts to correct this error. Yeah, how dare they actually report the truth in a magazine meant to push ideology and propaganda? So look at what's happening, man. This professor is losing his job because he blasphemed against the prevailing religion. He went against the church, and now he has to be burned at the stake. And these are the people who claim to hate religion, by the way, including but not limited to the publication of alternate viewpoints, which we solicited at the time of publication but have not yet been submitted to the journal. In addition, we will work to improve our peer review process to prevent future missteps of this type. Oh, so just hire sensitivity readers. That's it. You don't even need anyone that understands science. I mean, you clearly don't give a shit. You believe biology is just a social construct. So, I mean, fucking A, just get rid of anyone who actually has brains. Why not? I am not in a position to judge the merits of the entire paper. However, Wang was expressing his academic view and defending that view with what he considered to be supporting data. He is challenging commonly held positions, to be sure, in writing such things as there exists no empirical evidence by accepted standards for causal inference to support the mantra that diversity saves lives. If anything, dude, look at how political this dude is about it. This is what the NPCs always shriek, that my diversity is so important. Like, just the act of being diverse, like, that makes everything better. And meanwhile, Japan is like one of the most homogenous fucking cultures in the world, is just crushing us in pretty much everything. The diversity is our strength, though, but let's just ignore that for a second. He's not even getting into the fact that if you force unqualified people into positions just through affirmative action, that's just going to kill people. Wouldn't it just be hilarious poetic irony, though, if these same people who support this shit ended up dying because they got the affirmative action diversity quota doctor? Holy shit, I would laugh so hard. The pledge to publish alternative viewpoints is a good one. That is what academic debate and free speech is all about. Exactly. However, the report that Wang has been stripped of one of his positions is deeply disturbing. Hey, you know what? I'm sure even this Wang guy probably wasn't saying much against this shit until now. It's going to be just like when DC gets shut down and everyone gets fired. Watch as all of a sudden all of those SJW comic pros are doing a mad dash to purge their Twitter accounts and unblock everyone. And then, hey, so about that Comicsgate thing, it's fucking cool how we're making our own now, right? Oh, man, hey, would you mind helping me shill for my book? I cannot fucking wait. You know that's going to fucking happen. There must be room for debate over the efficacy and basis for affirmative action in our schools. I agree. If these people truly respected the scientific method, you'd be allowed to challenge their religious beliefs. Wang clearly does not support such programs, at least to the degree that have been used in admissions. It is a view that is consistent with some of the members of the Supreme Court in cases like Chouette v. Coalition to Defend Affirmative Action and Regents of the University of California versus Bach. Yet Wang has been apparently removed from his position as program director of the Electrophysiology Fellowship. Once again, I'm less concerned with the merits of the debate as I am with the right to have such a debate. Yeah, again, the same people that would have been just reeing up a storm if this was some professor that got fired because he didn't, he went against what the Bible said. Yeah, these guys, they have no problem forcing everyone to follow their religion, though. That's perfectly fine. You just can't follow the other person's religion. Yeah, that's the thing, because our religion is correct. Theirs is wrong. The action taken against Wang clearly sends a signal that such unpopular views will not be tolerated. So if you're a professor and you're not completely nuts just yet, just quit. Find another job. Your days in college are numbered unless you bend over for the social justice dick. The reevaluation orders by the journal also raised a concern that the type of cringing compliance we saw recently with the New York Lies is now invading our academic journals. While the UBIT handbook is relatively understated in its expression of support for academic freedom, it does declare in Article 2 that autonomy and freedom of inquiry are required for the university to carry out its mission. Unless you disagree with us, then you're just a Nazi. Simply because Professor Wang does not endorse the use of affirmative action in admissions does not mean that those views impact his treatment of students and or countermand any university policies. Indeed, he presented his views for debate with a respected academic journal. No, not respected anymore. The objection is not that he is right in his views, but that he has the right to express them without punishment or retaliation. Oh, guys, just wait until the pendulum swings back in the other direction. And these same people who are censoring us start getting censored themselves, and they're going to be crying to us for help. Where are you now when we're being censored? Well, fuck you, bitch. We've moved on. The stuff we liked has already been censored out of existence. This isn't our fight anymore. We've made our own and went underground. So that's where the situation is. That's what's going on. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.